What the fuck is up, y'all? Mr. Mack and Hose. So, I did my video, for Juggalo Day this week, and I got back a comment which has a lot of stuff into it, and so I figured I would do a video to respond to this comment, and kind of break it down because there's quite a few different sections in it, and I figured I would do a video. It would take a little less time than, typing it all out and all that. So I'll read the comment first. So pretty much this is a shout out to Krazie I. And I'll read his comment first, and then we'll go back through it again, and I'll break it down in sections pretty much. Okay, he starts off with, I agree with your opinion, but here's a thought. Twisted perpetuated what the Juggalo evolved into from Riders to Lotus, but the Q, I'm assuming question, was all of it under contract or even ghost written and created by Violent J? How heavily influenced was what we know knew... Wait. How heavily influenced was what we know/knew as Twisted? But again, it all comes down to he said shit, and maybe the drama is publicity for Jamie and Paul. Seems like career suicide. Anyways, we'll just kind of jump into it. I agree with your opinion, but here's a thought. Twisted perpetuated what the Juggalo evolved into from Riders to Lotus. Yeah, Twisted were the ones to coin, family and, bring the revolution of the family kids, as, everybody likes to call it. To me personally, I don't really care about the family kids. I mean, we were all young and dumb and acted stupid anyways. For kids, for newer kids getting into it and acting the same way we did, I'm not surprised. Plus, it's a little different from, going through the 90s with, kids these, like, in, most recent generations. They do it bigger, go big or go home. It's kind of how they, what kind of mentality they have for the situation. So, and a lot of old school people are going to be annoyed because, we just want to fucking chill and be calm, and these motherfuckers just want to be crazy. And it's like, you're getting old, you got to settle down sometime. But yeah, I do believe that they did have a lot to do with, evolving Juggalos, as time has passed, but not to super extremes, I would say. But the question was all of it under contract or even ghost written and created by Violent J? I don't know. I could believe Violent J would say, hey, we should, kind of claim that you're their family, trying to figure out a way for them to get, more into the scene and get more accepted and all that shit. If they had coined the term family fairly early on, I would say there was a good possibility Violent J said that, but it was fairly decent down the line before they really even did that. So, I think that was kind of their own little, hey, how can we make them feel tight-knit, like Juggalos do with ICP? We have to find some way to give them a mutual name that they can all be. We were all Juggalos. Then we were all Juggalos and Juggalettes. And, now we're all Juggalos, Juggalettes, and family kids. Which really, nowadays, is more just a diss than even what an honest label should have been used for, the newer generation. If really it's just a divide, how can we divide ourselves from, these fucking young kids acting wild and crazy and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But no, I don't think family was thought up by Violent J or anything like that. They came up with a lot of shit that people represent. Serial killers, all that. They've had tons and tons of stuff you can tie in, to the like big money hustlers with the magic ninja what, and it's just I don't think Violent J had been the back influence to that. I think the earlier stuff probably did, but as time went on, Twisted being around watching him kind of gained what he needed to know to make it like their own kind of deal. How heavily influenced was what we knew as Twisted? Like I said, early years probably quite a bit. They probably can't. Jay and Shaggy, or Jay Shaggy and Double A, kind of probably all had some sort of influence on. Okay, well, you guys, we need a name. Let's go with something weird. We're insane, so you guys should be like crazy or strange or maybe twisted. Something like that. Twisted twins. And Twisted just kind of came to be. Face paint idea, all that. Hey, we wear face paint. If you're gonna be our underlings, you should wear face paint. That's what makes us stand out now. Do that. Same with Tech 9. I don't think he was doing much of the face paint stuff until, really ICP shit kind of fell into his lap. But I think them changing up face paints after the original raccoon face or panda face or whatever the fuck you want to call it. After that, the different face or face paint and stuff like that, that was probably, they're all them or, twisted themselves kind of stuff. But then it all comes down to he said shit, and maybe the drama is publicity, but for Jamie and Paul, seems like career suicide. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure we've all said it many a times, especially I know I talked about it on Juggalo Day live stream, that they have a platform, they are more than able to answer it, and they just choose not to. So many people talk about, MDAs or NDAs and, non-disclosure agreements and all that shit. And I don't see Psychopathic being that involved in wanting to do paperwork, especially to hold their artists to, silence for long term. Twisted's been gone for quite a while. NDA wouldn't last very long, I don't believe. I could be crazy, they could be super into, making sure all their papers are right and all that shit, but for some reason I don't see it that way. Career suicide, no, I definitely don't think it's going to be any sort of career suicide. The best way that I've heard this explained is it's one set of hound dogs bitching about another set of hound dogs. We're no better than the other side for bagging on Twisted, and Twisted's no better for, Twisted side's no better for bagging on us. Nobody's winning in this situation. Well, I guess they are, ICP and Twisted are winning because it's what everybody's talking about, And, Twisted's got all their little fucking promotions and shit going on. ICP's got their whole stuff for the march, getting picked up by a lot of news coverage and shit like that, and Twisted's doing their magazines and all that shit, websites, whatever. But yeah, I seen this comment and I was like, oh man, there's a lot of stuff in there, and I know I'm going to go on crazy tangents breaking down on, each individual thing, and so I figured, it'd be better if I just did it as a video instead of, making a 6-paragraph long fucking response. So, if you like it, if you agree, let me get a thumbs up, maybe share it or something, I don't know. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. So, Sunday, Juggalo Day, live stream, Central Standard Time, Pacific, I don't fucking know. It happens at, whenever it's noon around Michigan. Figure that shit out for yourself. Fuck time zones. Anyways, I'm the fuck out of here. Peace.